Alright, so we're moving on now to questions 10 and 11. And we need to remember that if we don't have an angle, so if there's no angle, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So that's that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we need to remember that before we thought of c squared as the longest side, but now we want to think of it as the hypotenuse. Right? C squared is always our hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is across from that right angle. So here's our C. This time it happens to be x. So we know that x squared equals 6 squared, that's one of the sides, plus 2 squared. And notice that it doesn't matter which order we put these in because we're adding. So it doesn't matter the order. So x squared equals 36 plus 4, or x squared equals 40. Now, in order to get x alone, we need to square root. And notice that our instructions tell us to leave our answer in simplest radical form. So when we do this, we just factor whatever is under the radical. So 40 is the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. Well, there are no perfect squares in 10, but we know that 4, the square root of 4 rather, is just 2. So we have 2 square roots of 10. And it's a side length with the units feet. Alright, so if we go to 11, again, we have no angle, so we know we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. Our C is the hypotenuse. It's across from the right angle. And again, it's x. So x squared equals 6 squared plus 3 squared. And x squared equals 36 plus 9, which is 45. So now when we square root, again, we're leaving it in simplest radical form. We're just going to factor whatever is under the radical. So I know that 45 is 5 times 9. And I know that the square root of 9 is 3. So the square root of 5 times 3, I'm going to write my final answer is 3 square roots of 5. And the units are meters.